Good afternoon. My name is Samuel Lando. I'm an MSc Strategic Marketing student. And my assignment is on global marketing. And the topic of my assignment is balancing global integration and local responsiveness in worldwide marketing. To start with, what is worldwide marketing? Worldwide marketing refers to a company's ability to plan, to produce, to promote, and to deliver products across multiple countries. Moving on is the central debate between the standardization and adaptation. A major debate in the global marketing is whether companies should standardize their marketing strategies across all countries. So by so doing, to achieve efficiency, to achieve brand consistency, to adapt them to fit the local culture, to able to preference their products and to how do I call it? Yes, to market their conditions, to ensure marketing conditions. This debate is also to ensure how firms design their products in terms of their pricing. We'll look at pricing strategy later on, how to communicate, how to distribute strategies across different marketing. Next is the thesis statement. This is a thesis statement that is, he said, the success in global marketing depends on strategically balancing global integration with local responsiveness. Moving next on my slide is the theoretical framework. First thing on it is the global integration. Here we want to look at how efficient we are able to work globally, how consistency we are able to work, and yes, ensuring the efficiency, the economies of scale, the brand consistency across all markets. Next is the local responsiveness. Local responsiveness is the need for firms to adapt to the strategies to suit the unique characteristics of each countries. So every country must be able to work accordingly. Cultural fit, that is in terms of every country, the culture should ensure that whatever every businesses or every firm is doing in every country, the cultural respect is there. And next is the regulation. Every country is backed by regulations. So whatever you are producing, whatever you are doing, you should make sure you are going according to the regulation. Next is the consumer needs. Consumer needs are insatiable. So make sure whatever you are bringing into a particular country, you ensure their local taste, you ensure their income levels, very important between the rich and the poor, so that everybody can patronize. You look at the lifestyle of the country and what the country is expecting. And models that we looked in is the Bartlett and the Gauchal transnational model. And the next is the Levite globalization thesis. This thesis argues that advanced technology and global communications are creating increasingly homogeneous markets worldwide. He also claimed that companies could succeed by offering standardized products. Yes. Why should firms standardize? Why should we standardize? Why should firm go on standardization? We should go on standardization because standardizing our products and marketing across countries allow firms to produce large volumes. If you standardize your products, if you make sure you're ensuring a good marketing across country, you're able to produce large volumes by you reducing the unit cost, by you can also produce the same designs like across different countries without changing the design. And also companies can save on their manufacturing, on their packaging, because you don't need to produce different things at different countries. The more uniform the process, if you do it consistently, the cheaper it becomes. And there should be consistency. The global brand should be consistent. When you standardize your product, you're able to maintain a uniform brand image across every world. You can go by one logo everywhere. Your logo will communicate and it will be the same thing across every country. The same message will be what is selling. And if you do that, people too will recognize your brand. They will trust your brand. If you're able to ensure that you're producing one particular thing and not changing it differently. Another thing is technology and cost efficiency. We should ensure the advance in our technology. There should be a global production system where digital platforms and integrated supply chain make it easier for firms to create and distribute their standardized products. An example is Apple. Apple has been able to produced from iPhone 6, iPhone 7, iPhone 8, iPhone XR 11, 12, 13. But anytime you buy an iPhone, you see this Apple sign is there. You wouldn't see a different Apple sign from the 6, 7, 8 to the 12, 13, 14. They are all maintaining one. Another one too is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola has the same logo or brand on their bottle. Wherever you find themselves across the country, it's the same thing that they are trying to produce. Moving on is the drivers of local responsiveness. One is the cultural and religious differences. Cultural differ and countries differ in languages. We know countries differ in values, traditions, and religious practices. But firms must make sure that they adapt their product in terms of their packaging, in terms of the communication, to respect to the individual differences. Example is the McDonald's menu. When you go to India, you can see Indians don't like eating beef, so it's many he is suited in the fact that when he produces in India, you can see there is no beef in India because India has majority of Muslim dominated people. Moving on is the legal and regulatory requirements. Every country is backed by rules, so the government impose unique rules on safety, on their packaging, on their tastes, everything. So company must make sure they modify products to comply with that. That is example is the automotive firms. That is the vehicles that we produce. They are changing in different countries because different weather conditions, different regulations here and there. So making sure that everything is adapted. Next is the local consumer preferences. Yes, in terms of taste, in terms of income level, in terms of expectation, we have it is different across all countries. So we should make sure we adapt to ensure that their products match exactly what every market wants. Yes, moving on to the next slide is the impact on the operational decision. Yes, the purpose is to connect strategy to execution. Moving on, the first thing is the product development. We should make sure that there's a global integration, that is the use of global products to standardize our core technology and using of the local responsiveness. We should add local feature to ensure that there is a right hand, there is a left hand, there's a flavor variation. We should make sure we look at all this. Next point is the market communication. There should be a unified brand messages. It should sell everywhere. When you are communicating like Coca-Cola like this, they should make sure that you see they make sure that the visuals and their product everything is selling at the same time. So the communication on their bottles that you see in India is the same thing you see in Africa. Their brand is communicating individually. There's a visual, there's a global campaign. Moving on to the price strategy, how we set our prices. Globally, we make sure that we set our prices corridors or to reference prices to maintain a just positioning. We also ensure that it is able to favor different income levels because every countries and their income level and their taxation and yes. Moving on is the distribution channels. Globally, centralized logistics and global partnership are ensured. So there's a need to maintain efficiency. By so doing, you look at the local distribution, you look at the retail partners, the delivery partners, and everything, making sure that everything is well made in place if you want to distribute. Now, consequence of strategic failure. First is the strategic consequences is another thing that is leading to failure. When there is a loss of competitiveness, the firm fails to match their global rivals or their local market challenges. We have to make sure that we are ensuring that, but because we are not able to ensure that, strategic consequences is one way that we are failing in terms of globalization market. Another one is the poor market fit. Products don't meet the customers. The things that customers are bringing out in different countries are not meeting up. And financial consequences. There is wasted investment, money spent on products, the launches, the companies are not working and are not yielding resources because the expectation do not succeed. Yes, another one is the brand consequences. So, insensitive and inappropriate global campaigns may offend local values. So, by so doing, it's going to fail. Yeah, there shouldn't be too many local challenges to weaken the global brand identity. By so doing, you'll be confusing customers, and it wouldn't help. Next is an example is the Walmart failure in Germany due to their local adaptation and the cultural understanding. Next is the synthesis and managerial implication. Yeah. Managers must continuously monitor and adjust their strategies in local markets to ensure the markets are changing efficiently. And it's important to also ensure global integration here and there. Managers are supposed to continuously monitor that they should ensure that they decide on which element to standardize globally. They should know which element to coordinate. They should ensure which how should I put it, to suggest global success, because they are the key roles of the company, and they must make sure that they decide whether continuously they should coordinate their teams across countries. It's the duty of the managers to make sure everything is working. But then, if they don't do it, all these will not fall in place. So, yes. By so doing, to conclude with, I would say strategic balance between global integration and local responsive is very essential. And both standardization and adaptation have roles for sustainable global success. And these are my references that I use to yield my assignment. The ballot, managing across boundaries, the globalization market, and the Harvard Business Review. Thank you.